Hi, welcome to the third part of the Spur gear housing in Autocad 2024. And I've noticed this is at a wrong position. So I will create 2 points anyway, and then we will see how we can fix this here. So maybe hide, at least at the moment, those elements like that. Go for a top view, and I need 2 points. So go for draw, go for points, and the first one would be at minus 57.5, column 85, like that. And I need one with a distance of 100 at the same height. So let's go for copy this one, right click from here in that direction, 100 millimeter. Which gives me the second point. And so this one should be right here. So how to fix this? Let's move and see at what distance this one is. And there's sort of an elevation here with minus 105, and that's wrong. It should be minus 85. So if I correct this with minus 85, it will put this into the right position. Yes. And now I will have to move that one solid. So bring those solids back, okay, and isolate the following objects. Maybe first go to wireframe, like that, and then I want to isolate that node here. So I want to isolate this one here, that one, and that node here. Right click. That's great, and now I can fix that problem. Yeah, so I want to move this solid here, so go for, if we view it from the top, that would be great. So let's go for move, and I want to move this object, right click, and I want to use a space point, the mid between 2 points, between this vertex and that one, and now move it to right click, control right click to the mid between 2 points. So I want to go for this point and the opposite one, that one here, this one here, like that, and so that problem should be fixed. Now let's bring back those hidden objects. Yeah, this looks okay. Now I want to hide those solids again, like that, and I want to make cylinders. I could go for circles, but I want to use cylinders. That should do the trick. So let's go for, where is it, cylinder here, and this should be at that node right here, and I want to go for a diameter, and the diameter would be 112, 112, enter, and this should go up to, yeah, to one of those points, and I suppose that's this one here. It should go up to that point here, this one. So can we go for a node here? So select that node, like that. This looks good. And another one should go to the other side, to the other node. Okay, so let's do another cylinder. Again, from that node here in the middle, this one here, and diameter should be again 112, and this should go to this one here. So control right click, go for that node here. So maybe check that node it should be at 62.5 and minus 62.5. That's okay, that's great. And now I could make a union between those two, so let's select it like that, and okay. Now I might go for a copy of this one. That would be great. So go for another copy. Let's do it with that copy command. No, this one. Select it, right click. The base point should be that node here, and then go to the other node. This one here. Okay. And again I could make a union between those two solids. Great. Now let's move those solids maybe to a different layer, maybe to that layer here. And okay. Okay, I will need a rectangle. So let's draw it over there. It doesn't really matter where I draw it. So, and that should be, I think it's 205 by 90. So that's 215 column 90. Okay. Now I want to move this to the correct position. And the correct position of this one would be, let's move it, select it, right click, and the base point would be again mid between 2 points, between this point and that point. And this I want to move to, again mid between 2 points, control right click, from that node to this node here. Yeah, that looks okay, but it's okay. Yes, it's okay. Now let's make an extrude. So go for an extrude, select that rectangle, right click, enter, and it should go to, not to that node, but 2.5 millimeter less. So it would be 60. And I can go for 120. And then move this in that direction by 60. So select it here, go down and move it 60 millimeter. So that looks okay, great. Maybe put this onto the same layer as the other ones here. Yeah, looks nice. Next I will need a rectangle on the XZ plane. So let's see, I can go to my XZ view over here. And that would be, of course, a top view. Yes. And what kind of rectangle can we draw? Again, let's draw it over here. And this would be 100 by 50. No, that's reversed, so it's 50 by 100. Let's delete it and draw a new one. I didn't notice that here, so it should be 50 by 100. That would be the right orientation. Now I want to move it, so let's go for a move. Select it, right click, again go for mid between 2 points and select this one and maybe that one. And this should be moved to, in this case, hashtag 00. So go for hashtag 00. And that would be put right there. Great. Now this should be extruded up to that point here. So let's go for another extrude, select that rectangle, right click, enter, and move it up to the topmost node, this one here. and maybe put this one again on that blue layer like that. Maybe show all those solids and make it realistic, and also bring back these here. Yeah, looks pretty good. And I will need another extrude on this side and that side. Okay, so let's hide those solids. So these solids and those solids. Now I need, just to check, bring it back to the world coordinate system, otherwise I will lose my orientation. So now I will need another profile on the YZ plane. So I go for my YZ view like this and go for, where's the top? Here's the top view. Okay, and maybe turn it by 90 degrees. So again, I will have to check which side is which. Yeah, so let's try to look from the other side over here. That's kind of hard, so go for this one here and come on, the free orbit. Then I can move it like that. Yes. So I have to go for the bottom view and like this, and then we need a profile here, sort of a L shape. Let's go for a polyline, and this should go in that direction, 40 millimeter. Then it should go up 15 millimeter, then back again 10, and up 70 minus 15 is 55, so it should go 55 up, then 30 over there, and then I want to close that polyline. Yes. And I will need, where's my sketch? Over there. This should be put onto that node in that direction, and it should be, this should be right at the middle. So I will need two of those, 2 millimeter thickness, and maybe I can use, let's take a look, this point here as reference. That would be nice. So I could make 2 copics, and then, yeah, that should do the trick. So let's go for a 3D move. I want to move this, right click, control, go for the midpoint, here the midpoint, and move this to the midpoint of, not midpoint, but to this point here, to that one. Yeah. Then I will need a copy of this one, so go for a copy. I want to copy this here, right click, from that base point to this base point here, that on here. Yep, this looks okay. Now let's make an extrude in that direction and this direction. And of course there is a draft, so I want to go for, let's say, 5. What's the thickness of that? Housing. So let's go for 3, move it 1 millimeter to the other side. That should do the trick. So go for an extrude, select this here, right click, enter in that direction, maybe Let's go for 4 millimeter. Then select it and move it in that direction 2 millimeter, which means it's 2 millimeter on the outside. And now I could do it with a copy here to there, or make another extrude. Let's go for an extrude, doesn't really matter. Again here, right click, enter, 4 millimeter, and then move it 2 millimeter to the opposite direction, and that and should be 2. Now I need 2 edge fillets, so go for solid fillet edge, and the radius should be 15, and I want to select this edge here, yes, and that edge here. Enter, enter, repeat that command with the same radius on this edge and that edge. Enter, enter, great. And now bring back the solids. Where's the other one? Here. Let's take a look. Yeah, looks okay, and that's, I need more. So let's undo the last move by hiding those again, and I want to use the press pull. Select it here and maybe pull it in that direction by, I'm not really sure how thick that housing is, but let's go for another 4 millimeter. Same on the other side, and check if that's enough. So bring back especially those green ones, and this looks okay. Yeah, that looks okay. Now move those 2 solids onto a different layer, maybe also on the hidden one, this one. There will be a message, of course, I know, and then bring back those blue solids. And that's it for today. I hope this was helpful. Hope you liked it. If you did like it, please give it a like or leave a comment. If you want to see more, please give it a like or leave a comment. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. That would really help. You could follow me also on LinkedIn, especially LinkedIn, and Facebook, GrabCAD, X, Instagram, and many more. Thanks for watching. See you to the next one. Bye bye.